Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news. And welcome back to our first fall edition of Issues in Education. Mondays during the Noon Report, we will be spotlighting the issues that impact our public schools with Dr. Ralph Kerr at the Teaching and Learning Institute in Houghton, New York. Ralph, home of the Houghton University Highlanders now. That's going to take getting used to saying that, but welcome back to the program, sir. I hope you had a wonderful summer.
I did, Bob. Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure to be back with you and have opportunity to talk with our listeners again this fall.
Boy, where to start? That's the question. There is a lot of issues in education. Many folks would say that our public schools are at a crossroads right now, Ralph. Take the headline. We'll do them in order. Fourth grade math and reading scores plunged to a new 30-year low. Gallup poll shows public satisfaction in the K through 12 system has never been lower. Schools can't find enough teachers, can't find bus drivers. As we embark on a new academic year, what are the greatest challenges that you see facing our public schools?
Well, certainly we need to do a better job of communicating what's good about public schools, and we are going to talk about that. But I think probably the greatest issue is really the teacher shortage. It's amazing to me that over 300,000 teachers have left the system over the last 2 years. And today, as we are starting school, there are over 36,000 vacancies, and 163,000 of the teachers that are teaching are either not fully certified or are not certified at all. That's just an incredible set of numbers. And I think it's worthy to note that many of those vacancies are in the rural areas, which obviously Family Life covers a lot of New York and Pennsylvania that are rural. And I think many of those areas are really suffering from the teacher shortage at this time.
Yeah, one of the reasons we love to have you on, Ralph, is you brag on teachers so much. Why you exist is to try to restore that sense of teaching being a noble profession. And we're going to talk more about the teacher shortage problem in subsequent broadcasts. But you said it up front, we focus so much on what's wrong with our schools. Maybe it's just the nature of news. We gravitate towards the negative. But there's a lot of positive stuff happening as well, right?
There certainly is a lot of positive things that are happening in the public schools, and I understand that there are places where things are really wrong, and I certainly don't want to deny that. But again, I would say that in many of the school districts in Pennsylvania and New York, there are plenty of great things that are happening. One would be that the academic opportunities in terms of course availability, particularly in the high school where you get into higher level math and sciences, there's nobody that can beat that. And then the cost is sort of a funny thing when you think about it. It doesn't really cost anything to go to a public school.
Yeah.
Now, somebody said, wait a minute, I'm paying my taxes. Well, that's true, but the fact is you pay those whether you have children in school or not. So for the actual parents whose students are attending school, there isn't any cost. And then another factor is just the support services and the breadth of those that are offered in public schools. The lingo has really changed from special education to exceptional education.
Yeah.
If you have a child who needs exceptional education services, really the only place you can get those are in the public school system. So I would just ask people, when people are bashing the public school system, to think about the positive aspects of it. And also, I have to go back to say thousands and thousands of Christians are teachers in the public school system, and they're trying their best to make sure that those strong Judeo-Christian values continue to permeate the public school system. And I can tell you that's a battle right now.
It really is.
We need to be praying for those people.
All right. And just like that, we are out of time, but we have so many issues to talk about. It'll make your head spin. If folks want to know more about what the Teaching and Learning Institute is all about, why do you exist, Ralph? You have a website with videos and other information on there where folks can learn more about you. And if you've ever wondered, what does Ralph Kerr look like? You can probably find that out as well, Ralph. What's your website, sir?
Thank you, Bob. It's simply yrun.org, yrun.org.